Hello and welcome. Amir here with another React challenge. Well, this basically is a design pattern called compound components that we are going to investigate today. So what is a compound component and where is it going to be used? Take a look at this example here. We have a card component here that will receive a JavaScript object like this one, and the only thing it does, it just renders a JSX based off the data that is being typed up here. Now, this is working perfect, but the thing is that across my application, I might want to use this card in different formats. So for example, sometimes I want to show the title, sometimes I don't want to show the description, sometimes I want to show the price or not, or even more, I want to be able to reorder them. So in some pages, I might want to show the description above the title, or even provide more properties. So for example, sometimes I want to give this description a specific class name or for more title, and so forth and so on. Well, this is doable in different ways. So for example, I can provide a order here, say that this order is like an array, and say first show the title and then show the description and so forth, and then go to the card, and based on that order I can render these ones, but it's really hard to maintain. So this is not a very good practice, although it's doable. The thing that I want to do is convert this to something more declarative, something like this. Now, my card will receive the data, but it will have a bunch of subcomponents inside that. The beauty of this is that I can have another card like this, where I remove the more and put, for example, the price on top of the title. Okay, but how can we achieve this? Well, for now I will remove these parts so that the component works the same way as it should. Then let's go to the card. Each of these shall go to their own component and receive the data to be shown. So for example, I can say card.title is a function that would return this JSX. But as you can see, data is not defined. If I want to define the data, I should go here and provide the data for all of these, which I don't want to do. So instead, I will define a context that is provided here and then will be consumed by all of these components. So let's go here and say card context, create a context for us, and the context in the beginning is undefined, but it's of type card type, so the context will always have this, or undefined, we can include this one as well. So now I have my card context that is going to be used here. So we will wrap everything here in the context. Card context dot provider, like so, and of course I need to provide a value for this, and this value is the data. Okay, so far so good, not a big change, but this component now shall consume this context. So let's go here and say the data is now coming from the context, and since I said this might be undefined, I can provide this here so that this works. Now I can do the same for all of these parts Let's say this is subtitle. This one is not subtitle, description. This one is more info, and the other one is price. Now the price will be shown like this, like so. The more info will be the same as it is here, so return like this. If data has the more info, then show it. Now this is a ternary, so that if the more info is not there, don't show anything. So let me close these ones, and for description it would be like this with a question here. Now I have these components here, they shall go and be rendered here. So I can remove all of these and say just render the children, but the children is not provided, so I can get it from here, and then I need to go to the card props and say this is props with children and this one. So now this shall work the same, and as you can see the card is being rendered and the children, but it doesn't have any children for now, so it doesn't render anything. So how can we resolve this? Well, pretty easy. We can remove this part and this part. I can remove this because this is not provided. What is the error with more? This is more info. Like so. Now I get my card pretty easy. As I said, now I can have as many cards as I want, and I can reorder them as I like. So for example, this one doesn't have any data, it just has a more info, this has something else, and so forth and so on. But as I said, the beauty is that I can provide more props to each of them that need that. So for example, we can say that our title sometimes need to get a class name of a color. So let's say color white. Then go to our styles, and here we can say that color white is where the color is white, like so. Now this is giving me an error because the card title does not have any prop defined here. So I can go to the title here and say, now this might get a class name, and this class name, if provided, is of type string, and this can be like this. So sometimes we get the class name, sometimes we don't. And here, pretty easy, I can say, just say always the title, and if the class name is there, just render it, class name, like so. Now you can see that my title has the new color. This can be done for all of these subcomponents. The important thing is that this card component is the owner, so all of these shall be used within the card. So I couldn't go and say like this anytime. These are all parts of this card component. This is very important. And if I have any state or anything, this shall be defined here. These are almost always just presentational components that would receive some props and render some JSX based on that. Great, so this is the final result. I hope you have enjoyed the video. If that's the case, please provide a like or comment or subscribe to my channel. This could really help me provide more content in near future. And if you really feel like it, you can always donate to the channel. The links to the donation are always available in the description part of this video. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.